Hey, guys, welcome back and happy Friday. Guys, I'm so happy it's Friday because it's the end of the week where we finally get to start settling down a little bit. I wanted to say thank you again for so many of you guys being included in our hot, messy topics. You guys are incredible. And also just this community. We're almost at 90,000, which means 100,000. And that silver play button is just right around the corner. I'm so excited, but that's not what we're back to talk about today. We're back to talk about the fact that Andy Cohen shared a clip of Erika Girardi and Garcelle Bouvet facing off on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion that we actually did not get to see. So we have all the details about that. But before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so we know that the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, well, it's over. Season 11 is finally over. We got through the 4-part reunion, and a lot of you guys, including myself, I feel like we're left with a lot of questions, more questions than answers. I feel like every time Andy asked Erika an answer, it was, hold on, wait, no. And she was like scathing, spewing venom at the mouth. Like it was interesting. It was crazy to me. And Andy Cohen even said, you are quite the character. Now, I understand that Erika cannot say so much because of her attorneys. And I know that she has her defense team who is really just making sure that she says the right things and doesn't say anything that could potentially implicate herself. I get that, but Andy Cohen did let us know and promised us, okay, you're going to get a lot of interesting feedback from Erika during this reunion. A lot of your questions are going to be answered because we left nothing on the table. Okay, well, I don't know about you guys, but I asked who joined us in the live, the subscribers who joined us in the live chat for our Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion part 4 recap with Dana Wilkie and Down with Jason. I said, what would you rate part 4, 1 to 10, 10 being the highest? It came in at a whopping 42%, saying 1 to 3. We were not happy with it. And this was hundreds of votes. So if that's where it landed, then obviously that tells you something. And I know that the ratings were high for this season, but they were only high because of the Girardi scandal and because we just wanted to know more and more. We couldn't get enough of it and we couldn't get the questions that we wanted answered. And I just think until Erika's ready, until she's out of these legal cuffs, she's not in real handcuffs, by the way. I just meant it's a saying, okay? Until she's out of these legal cuffs, I don't think she'll be able to share her story. So she's asking us to patiently wait. All right, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to patiently wait. So again, Andy Cohen shared an unaired clip of Garcelle and Erika facing off at part 4 of the reunion. I don't know why this didn't make it on the reunion, only because everyone was wondering, why does Erika have the opportunity to intimidate all of the other women, scream at them, and nobody is checking her? Well, Garcelle actually did have questions and did kind of check the situation, and she spoke up. So why are we editing that out? And I'm so thankful that since he edited out, or the producers, editors, whoever, the network, since they edited it out, I'm thankful that they at least played it on Watch What Happens Live. Now, Erika Girardi asked Garcelle in this clip, would you sit there and allow yourself to be called a liar? Okay, they were discussing the dinner party at Kathy Hilton's house where she looked at Sutton and she said, if you ever call me a liar again, I'm going to come for you. And apparently she said she was going to come for her and her family, to the point she whispered something that we didn't know until the reunion that made Sutton feel so uncomfortable that she actually hired security for a week to be around her home. I asked Dana Wilkie, do you think that this was necessary? And she said, yes, 100%, absolutely, because Tom knows a lot of people in high places, and you don't know what kind of caliber of person we're dealing with at this point. I mean, obviously, this man had a lot of pull. He was still winning a ton of awards. He was deemed as this high power attorney after years and years of alleged embezzlement. Yeah, I could see where if he has the chief of police and different politicians and people that he's donating to in their campaigns, I could see if they're backing him, why Sutton would be afraid in the first place. But again, Erika said, would you sit there and allow yourself to be called a liar? And Garcelle responded, After Sutton Strack asserted that she feels like Erika Girardi, her stories were not connecting, that there were a lot of red flags, and that she did feel like she was lying when she was talking about Tom Girardi and everything that was in this LA Times article. Well, this is when Erika said, "I'm coming for you." And she told her to shut the fuck up. Garcelle said she wouldn't have done it the same way Erika did. She said, "I would have gotten up and left before I threatened her." And then Erika responded, "You wouldn't have turned and fought your ass off, Garcelle?" And Garcelle pretty much said, "No, I would have turned around and left. I would have went to a different room. I wouldn't have engaged in the conversation. I'm not you, Erika Girardi." I have so much respect for Garcelle, because Garcelle has been one of the women this whole time who has really kept what is important in mind. And it's the victims. The victims are the most important here. So I'm happy that she's been, commenting on it, and she's been bringing this up, adding and raising more awareness for the victims. I feel like that's exactly what she's been doing, and she's fighting on their behalf when she speaks up on the show, because a lot of the other women are not. Now, Garcelle did say, she admitted, "I would have fought for myself, but not how Erika did. I would not have threatened her. It's just not in my instincts." Erika told Garcelle there are no rules when one is accused of this heinous shit. Now, we know that Erika is still being sued for over $25 million, and Ronald Richards was on our channel recently, and he spoke about the $25 million lawsuit and how that they are still trying to reach a settlement. Have they reached a settlement yet? No, but he did make it clear that he has no interest in reaching a settlement until Erika Girardi shares who the third-party person is who is helping her pay her legal fees. He said that he doesn't want to out this person. He said it could simply be a friend. But at the end of the day, he does want to make sure that this is not someone who is holding on to a big lump sum of money for them. And he wants to make sure that there is no foul play. I agree with where he's coming from. It doesn't look like Erika is going to have to pay the $25 million. Ronald Richards said there's no way in this lifetime that she'll ever be able to pay it back, because she'll be in debt for the rest of her life. So they have to figure out a solution that makes sense for everyone. He said that doesn't mean he's caving, but he is aware and he is on top of it. Guys, I want to know your opinions. What are your thoughts about the Erika Girardi and Garcelle Bouvet unedited clip? What do you think about this? Why do you think it didn't make it onto the reunion? And are you annoyed by that? I think by Garcelle letting Erika know, I understand that you're dealing with heinous shit, but I would have dealt with it a different way. I wouldn't have threatened someone. I feel like that is a very classy woman, a very knowledgeable woman, just knowing, okay, well, shit's going to get tough. And yes, maybe I will walk away and take myself out of the situation for a second, but I'm not going to let people beat up on me. However, I'm also not going to threaten people. You can't just threaten people. It doesn't make sense. What? Anyways, go ahead, comment below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you get subscribed, and don't forget to hit that notification bell, because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.